President William Ruto has said that he will stop at nothing to get out Kenyans residing in over 1,400 informal settlements in the country. Speaking during the launch of the second Kenya Urban Support Program KUSP at State House Nairobi, the head of state said the timely program will address this challenge given that urban centers bear the greatest brunt of effects of climate change. The president noted that the $350 million program set to be undertaken in the next 5 years will tackle torrential floods currently witnessed in the country. The two levels of government and the World Bank representatives Tuesday morning converged at State House Nairobi to take stock of the first phase of the Kenya Urban Support Program before launching a second phase. President William Ruto, who presided over the event, said the climate change continues to pose threat to over 7 million Kenyans in the informal settlements.
There is no doubt that climate change will continue to pose mounting challenges to our development and serious threats to human health and safety, especially in urban areas where 60% of residents live in informal settlements. I say this statement of 60% with a very heavy heart.
First, to improve the delivery and resilience of urban infrastructure and services. You can see how it has been tested by the France. Second, to equip urban institutions with appropriate technical and financial capacities for the provision of resilient urban infrastructure and services.
President Ruto insisted that there are enough resources to ensure the 60% of Kenyans living in informal settlements live in decent places.
The ongoing flooding, owing to abnormally high rainfall, underscores the urgent need for us to address this issue with very particular and specific attention.
The concentration of people and assets in cities aggravates the risk of exposure to adverse natural events such as climate change and pandemics, which makes sustainable investment in cities critical.
He said that a $350 million program set to be implemented in the next 5 years will address the pressures put on farmlands.
Towns and cities will give us an opportunity to remove the pressure that currently is on agricultural land by making sure that we settle people in urban centers.
The first phase saw massive investments in urban infrastructure and services within the 59 benefiting municipalities, in the 45 benefiting counties.
Is that you have got to deliberately transfer the functions to the municipality. It is another level of devolution. Number two, you must transfer the assets that belong to the municipality, and then you must be able to do a budget for those municipalities. Without those three key things, the money is still not yours.
Because failure to account for these funds may impact on further disbursement to the affected counties. It is not a warning, it's actually a matter of prudence.
One of the key focal points of a Kenya Urban Support Program Phase 2 is its commitment to supporting the transition of refugee camps into integrated host communities and refugee settlements.
Because it's not easy to host the size of the refugee community that we have, the load that we have. At the moment, 700,000 refugees are here in this country, in Dadaab and Kakuma. And this is the spirit of burden sharing in the world as opposed to burden shifting.